Today's my last day right here in the United States. After 20 years.
It's killing me! I'm losing my job and my baby is over in another country and can't come home. She works for USA. We're both public servants.
Yes,
and
you are.
nobody is helping. Have the Democrats make a call and have everybody show up in Washington, D.C. and take back our country on. They get ready to take the money that I worked hard for since I was 16 years old. And now I'm 57. And I won't have nothing. And I'm struggling. I am struggling. And they don't get it. I don't understand. Democrats, we gotta get down and dirty.
Can you tell us what your message is to these senators while we're walking?
I think it's really cruel to fire people for poor performance when they've only had great feedback. We've never had an issue with our performance, and we're doing work for the American public. We're here for safety, and we're patriots. We love our country. That's why we're taking these jobs that don't pay us in the private sector. I'm an accountant. I could get a private sector job tomorrow.
Just got back on American soil where everything is overrated, where everybody struggles with mental health, where you struggle just to live, where you put on a smile for everybody, but you're broken inside and you don't want anybody to know because you live paycheck to paycheck. You can't even keep savings. They're trying to take away income tax returns when that's the only time where people can actually have vacation, to be able to fix things that you couldn't fix throughout the year. Or like I said before, actually go on vacation so you can have a mental break. Welcome back, America.
How do y'all enjoy your weekends when you're broke? Am I the only one saying this, but like, you ever work all week, you realize you ain't got no money, then the weekend rolls around, and you think to yourself, I can't enjoy it because I got no money to do nothing. I remember in the summertime, one time I was like, getting ready to go get gas to mow my lawn, and I realized I was broke and had to like, take money off my overdraft, my checking account, just to buy fuel for my lawnmower. And I'm watching all my neighbors with like RVs and like, you know, got trampolines in their back lawns, and they got four-wheelers and all these things that like luxuries that I can't buy, and it doesn't really bother me, but because I don't really care about luxuries in life. But I'm like, I just want to be able to enjoy my weekend and feel like I got a few extra dollars, or like when I'm mowing my lawn, I want to take pride in that. But I can't explain the feeling that you get when you're broke on a weekend. You just almost feel guilty for enjoying yourself. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Well, second time in a year, almost a year to the day, I got laid off again. Twice in a year. And, what the what is anyone supposed to do? And they said, because of the economy is crap right now. So, we're gonna lay off a whole bunch of people again. And I already was struggling so hard, actually low-key, to even keep the current roof over my head. And now I have no idea how I'm even going to get through the next few hours. I just don't understand. But yeah, the economy is shit. America is shit right now. I feel like there's a really big plan for them to, tank this so that we have to rely on other things, other people. It's shit. And I'm quite frankly tired of it. I'm tired of my livelihood being in other people's hands. And I have no idea how to fix that, but I'm going to, because this is just wild. And I'm angry more than I am hurt or sad. I'm scared. I have no idea where any of my bills are gonna come from, or come, you know, the money. I'm more angry than anything because I just cannot even believe I used to be able to get a job like the week later if I got laid off. Or so I have no idea what's gonna happen. And I was really hoping at one point I would make money on TikTok, and I still only have 1,500 followers or whatever. So if you could just, like, I don't know, blow this up and let's get 10,000 followers plus whatever. Because I might be homeless in a week or two if I can't figure it out. So, yeah.
As we stand in 2025, the question remains, is America heading in the wrong direction? For many, the answer is clear. Donald Trump's influence is still shaping the nation, and many Americans are more frustrated than ever with the path he's leading the country down. But what's really driving this anger, and why are so many citizens still so divided about his role in America's future? Now, let's go back in 2024. America was once again thrust into political turmoil, with Donald Trump running for president after a tumultuous few years. His candidacy reignited deep division that many thought were fading, especially after his contentious exit from the office in 2021. Now, as we look at 2025, people are still grappling with the aftermath of the election and his ongoing influence on the country's direction.
Sweetie, if you think that MAGA Christians regret their vote, then you do not understand Christian patriarchy. You do not understand the power of the pulpit, and you do not understand end times prophecy as told by the people in the pulpit. And if you are deconstructing from this side of Christianity, you know I'm speaking the truth. I realize we're seeing some regret videos. And these are voters who are realizing that Trump is gutting everything, their jobs, their benefits, the programs, life-saving programs. Well, yes, some are furious, and you're seeing that at these town halls. MAGA Christians are thrilled. They see Trump as anointed by God. They see Musk as the chosen genius. Even more disturbing, they see the destruction of democracy as part of the divine plan. There's a pig farmer in Georgia right now who believes that because Musk is the richest man in the world, he must be the smartest, and it doesn't matter about his morality. Just down the street, there's a shop owner who is selling out of Daddy's Home merchandise with Trump's picture on the front of the t-shirt. And she explains it by saying that Daddy provides the security. Doesn't see anything wrong with that. This is Christian nationalism in action. There's a woman in Georgia who has announced her candidacy for Congress, says that because Trump is anointed by God, if her family suffers and it means that they may have to miss vacation, it's okay because it's all part of the divine plan. Obedience, suffering, submission. In their minds, it's all holy. And if you were raised evangelical Christianity, you recognize all of this. Even Trump referencing the golden age is a dog whistle to MAGA Christians who believe that Trump's actions are hastening the kingdom of heaven and Jesus' return to earth. This is faith twisted into worship of power. They're not going to change their mind until it's too late, and some of them will never change their mind. I break this all down in my latest Substack. Join me there.
So, what executive order has Trump signed that has made anything cheaper in America? Anything? Did paper straws make things cheaper for you? Did renaming the Gulf of Mexico, which I will never call the Gulf of what he named it, nothing he has done has saved you any money. Trump is a fraud, and he has always been a fraud. He's a grifter, a snake oil salesman, and he always has been. And you MAGA chuds bought into it.
I really hate making this kind of video, but apparently I need to because my videos are being suppressed again, And I would really appreciate it if you would go watch my videos and engage with them, like, comment, share, follow if you're not following, because who knows what's going on with TikTok right now. I'd like to think that these things aren't intentional, but with the current political climate, who knows? I think there was an update recently, and I have noticed in the past that when there's an update, it just tends to make the whole app go crazy. But anyway, if you could help me out, I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and you have a wonderful day.
When the government can get away with kidnapping people and deporting them to prisons in foreign countries without any due process, simply by saying, oh, these people were criminals. When the president himself is threatening to do the same to citizens of the United States, the time for words is over. Now is the time for action. Donald Trump is a traitor. Those who support him are traitors. He is not a legitimate president. His actions have rendered his presidency illegitimate. His attempts at overturning the Constitution via executive order, his threats against American citizens, his continued insistence of his all-powerful supremacy simply because he is the executive, his absolute disregard for the checks and balances that are foundational to this country. Donald Trump is illegitimate. Donald Trump is a traitor. Those who support him are traitors, and they will not go quietly. Do you really think that if they lose an election, that they will accept the results? Do you really think they'll even allow a fair and free election to take place? Do you really believe that simply having the right number of politicians in the House and Senate will stop this? Because I have news for you. The Democrats had control for years and did absolutely nothing but fumble the response to rising fascism in this country. We cannot look to the Democrats to save us. The time is coming for you and me to put our bodies upon the gears of this machine and make it stop. And that's something that we can only do together. We've done it before. We'll do it again. This is the United States. This is America. This is the land of the free, the home of the brave, and we will not serve a sovereign. We will not serve a tyrant. We will only ever serve the people. By the people, for the people. That is what it means to be an American.
Okay, I want somebody who is okay with these policies to explain to me why these would be beneficial for America. I don't post about politics. I repost, and I understand maybe I should start posting because it's getting ridiculous. I think for any sane person, the way that the government is going right now is so out of line. And this is where it gets to me. And you can jump along and say, well, this is just politics. It'll be over in 4 years. Has absolutely nothing to do with me. It's fine. Until it does have something to do with you. Because can you please explain to me why Trump cut funding and employees to both Veterans Affairs and the Suicide Prevention Lifeline? You know what is so funny? Trump didn't go to war. Trump didn't fight. And he sits there, he says, oh, I love the veterans, and I love this, and I love that about them. But then you cut the funding to an already shitty organization that had terrible employees. Every single time my dad went, he said, and he wrote this down, every single employee was cold, uninviting, unwelcoming, all that. And so cutting funding was the next thing you thought of? I'm so sorry for my appearance right now. I literally just woke up. I don't understand. As a man who is so bent on protecting veterans, he is actively killing them by taking away the VA. He is actively killing them by cutting funding. And you could say, oh, it's just a few less employees. Do you know how long it takes to make an appointment? Have you ever sat and watched someone in your family try and go to the VA for the mental health that they need? The mental help that they need. And get told that they need to wait? Have you ever seen the effects of war on somebody? Somebody who went out, was 54th Medevac, went out and saved fucking lives. And he killed himself. That was the only person he killed. And you're telling me that cutting funds and employees for the VA and the Suicide Prevention Lifeline is the right way to go. And I know I'm going to get comments, oh, obviously she's leftist because she's screaming. I have the right to scream! I lost my father to suicide because of his PTSD. And all Trump is doing is worsening that. I don't understand how this doesn't make you wake up. He is directly killing people. The Suicide Prevention Lifeline already fucking sucked. People were on hold for 30 minutes, an hour. They were getting hung up on. And you're gonna cut funding, you're gonna lose employees just to keep a little bit extra cash in your fucking pocket? My dad is dead because the government did not give a shit about him. And it's only getting worse. And I've seen people sit here, comment, they say, oh, well, veterans are taking this. And they're taking all our taxes that we pay for. They fucking fought! They saved lives. They fought. They've witnessed things that you can't even put your fucking mind to. And then they come back to this godforsaken country, and all they're met with is a huge thing just saying, fuck you. That's all they get. And when you want to talk about, oh, veterans are taking all of our taxes, look at Trump. He literally spent millions of dollars of our taxes to go golfing. And then there's veterans who are sitting on the side of the streets in major cities, homeless, because the government does not give a shit about them. And you're gonna sit here and complain that they're taking taxes. Your taxes are going to absolutely nothing. My dad had a job. He got back and he got jobs. And he worked his way out of that fucking pit that he was put into when he was sent to Iraq. And you're gonna sit here and tell me that they are undeserving? You're gonna sit here and tell me that the VA deserves to be cut? That the Suicide Prevention Lifeline can be cut? You're fucking idiots. This isn't about, I don't care. There is in no way can you defend this. And I want to see people try. I want to see people try. It's genuinely heartbreaking. I don't care who sees this. I don't care whoever in my life sees this. I don't care which one of my friends see this. I don't care. He is directly fucking killing people by cutting these things that already suck. Just to save a little bit more money. just for the money to go directly in his fucking pocket.
Trump's return to the political stage has brought a polarization to new heights. His divisive rhetoric continues to alienate larger portions of the American public, particularly those who feel that the country is being pulled further away from democratic values. His claims about election integrity, combined with his continued influence over the Republican Party, have deepened mistrust in the political system. For many Americans, Trump represents an ongoing threat to unity as his supporters continue to push for policies that many see as extreme or out of touch with the majority of the country. Now, despite claims of a strong economy during his first term, many Americans today feel like the economy policies from DT's era, particularly the tax cuts from the wealthy and the regulation, have exacerbated income inequality. While, some regions saw temporary benefits, the broader trend of wealthy concentration continued to deepen the divide, with the wages stagnating and inflationary pressure hitting everyday Americans hard. And the frustration of the economy is at an all-time high, and many are still, pointing DT's earlier policies as part of the problem. So DT's rhetoric surrounding race and social issues has continued to fuel tension and distrust among the various communities, as we've seen in 2025 with growing movements calling for racial justice and systematic reforms. DT's dismissive comments on topics like police reform and inequality have turned many Americans away from his vision for the country, and for many, it's not just about his policies. It is the cultural tone, he said, that continues to make them feel unheard and marginalized. So, shift the focus to the bigger picture of democratic concern. The frustration isn't just with DT, but with a larger political and societal issue. While DT's influence is undeniably significant, the anger in America goes beyond one man. For many, it's about a system that feels broken, a system that consistently favors the wealthy and politically powerful while leaving the ordinary citizens behind. The frustration surrounding issues like healthcare, climate change, and the rising cost of living all contribute to the feeling that America is heading in the wrong direction. The deeper question is not just about DT, but about the entire political establishment and whether it can offer meaningful change for the future. As America stands in 2025, the battle for the soul of the nation is far from over. With Trump's ongoing influence and deepening division within the country, the question isn't just about who is leading, it's about whether the America can find a way to heal and bridge its difference and to rebuild trust in the systems that govern it. The future of its nation, the future of this nation depends on it. But will America continue down this polarized path, or will they demand a new direction? This framing incorporation both ongoing presence of DT in America politics and the broader socio-economy and democratic challenges that have been shaping the nation. So during his second term, DT signed numerous executive orders in this year 2025, and these orders addressed a wide range of topics, include government efficiency, election integrity, national security. He signed an order to create a Department of Government Efficiency, and which aimed to cut federal spendings, and another overhauled U.S. election by requiring proof of citizenship to vote in federal election. Additionally, DT issued orders to target law firms and addressing risk related to national security. So this made Americans to think and realize right now if the country is heading in a true direction, if a country is heading in the real direction. So that's what they're asking themselves. That's why they're really questioning in their heads that are we heading in the right direction? Is this guy going to take us really in the right direction? So which made them to think, and right now, because of the effects, because of what's happening in their lives right now, they are starting to consider and think. Now they are realizing that some have done mistakes to put the guy in the office, which have resulted in a lot of scandals. Many people, life has been miserable. Others have left the country, deportation, and all of the stuff that happened. You've seen them. So it made, those stuff have made people to realize now, is this country heading in the right direction? Are we really still the America we used to be? Because the guy signs a lot of things. We've seen about the tariffs. You know, he puts tariff on China, on Mexico, and Canada. So those tariffs were not affecting those countries. It was affecting the Americans themselves. So it means the Americans are the one to pay those tariffs. So it's still like making hard for the for the Americans. So Americans are the one who are suffering right now, you know, from all those executive orders that the guy signed. So it made the people to suffer a lot. It made the people really to suffer. So that is what makes people to have like considering what's happening and thinking where the country is heading. And some are mad. Yes, they are mad. They don't know what to do. Guys, there is nothing to do because this is 2025. It's 4 years for the guy to lure, and he's going to do a lot of things. And it's been like few days. It's few days for the guy in the office, and things have changed. Things have been really so hard to the Americans right now. They don't know what they can do. All right, tell me in the comment section, guys, what do you think about what's happening, what's going on, because things are crazy. We don't know how things are going to go in the future. We're just waiting and watch with our eyes, because what the guy is doing is really affecting people in a lot. People have been affected by what the guy has done. All right, thank you so much for watching. Let's catch up in the next video. Keep watching more videos.